What's poppin'? What's poppin'? What's poppin'? What's poppin'? What's poppin'? What's poppin'?
What's good? What's poppin'? What's poppin'? What's poppin'? What's poppin'? What's poppin'? Are you poppin'? Are you poppin'?
We live.
We live?
We live. Let me get
What's
this.
poppin'? What's poppin'?
It's not connected. Like,
Monday edition.
Save checking the thing.
Alright, that's okay. That's why we got the camcorder. So people on the live will get it after. What's poppin' Mondays? Election Mondays. Election Mondays. Big shout out my homie right here. Came in and checked us.
Tao Piccasso. How you doing,
My man, you all have to take in the work he's doing and pay attention to the work that this brother has been doing. He came, anytime someone pull up and check me and bring the squad items and gifts, you guys don't know how much it's appreciated, first and foremost. Let me just say that. Anyone that brings me papers, Stay Fly rolling papers. Tell me about these papers, my man.
These papers are the best papers in the city right now.
Okay.
Hands down. They're made in Canada.
Okay.
They're vegan friendly. Natural organic hemp.
Okay.
And yeah, the butterfly says it all.
Natural organic hemp.
Yes, sir.
Wow. How did you how this start?
My godbrother hit me up because he's also an entrepreneur too.
Okay.
And he hit me up and he goes, I have an idea.
Okay.
And I go, what's up? And he presents it to me and I'm like, yo, I love it.
Hold on. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
Trey, thank you for
Super technical administrator.
Yeah, he's like, well,
host
he's
and,
look at him now. I work the front camera and behind the camera.
So like, yeah, he brought it to me and he brought me the papers. I was like, okay, we should do ashtrays, we should do grinders, we should do a whole bunch of stuff. Because I just like taking product and going hard with it, right?
Of course.
So now we had them in over 10 stores throughout the GTA.
Okay.
And yeah, we having a good time with it. And it's natural. It's not like none of those zigzag stuff that have like swine at the tip and all that. You know what I mean?
Let's pull
it's a
this
beautiful
up.
vibe.
So when you get inside, you got the product identification.
Yes.
You know who they are,
Yeah.
right? And let's pull this out because you know what's popping. We like to get in depth for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because you know they got the raw papers. They're like, do you have the raw papers?
No.
I'm not smoking nothing but raw. But guess what? It's the same texture as a raw paper.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually made from the same material
Same.
as
Good
the raw
competition.
paper. So when you're looking for the little stamp that says raw, just know that you're not buying black. Does anybody?
They're not
black
buying
people-
black.
Does
No
any
one-
black people own raw papers?
No.
You
Okay.
got some fine papers,
No.
man.
All right. Now
Two black men own
stay
Fly
rolling.
papers.
Stay
Rolling
fly
papers.
rolling papers.
Mhm.
Yo, listen. We are always bigging up and
So you
encouraging
see that maple leaf right
entrepreneurs. Hey, listen. I don't know if you guys seen that commercial, but like a man standing up by the hockey rink and a girl comes with the hockey equipment and body checks and boom!
Yeah.
You use the .com? You're Canadian.
That's a big commercial.
.ca.
.ca. So the fact that this is even Canadian, like, just something from our side, something that, you know, a man that went to the same schools as us and
Yeah.
uses the same
Yeah.
malls as us,
Yeah.
why wouldn't you want to support
Support
that?
your own.
Like,
Straight.
when people say support your own, I always say, you know, let's take it one step further. Why wouldn't you want to support someone that is kind of like you? That's just it.
That's it.
And wouldn't you want someone to support you?
Of course.
These some fine papers, my man. Holy smokes, these some fine.
And they burn slow. It's like when you want a 100% premium stuff.
Yeah.
This is one of the demographics I'm telling people about. Anything I do is authentic. Anything I do, I try to do it to the T. Cross my T's and dot my I's. I don't present it to nobody
Yeah.
unless it's.
Yo, we
100%
we gotta connect them up. This is what we do. We connect them up. Yo, my brother Black Sage, you know what I'm saying? We got
Oh,
some.
shout out to Sage. That's my guy.
Right? Come on, man. How come this
Shout
ain't in
out.
the vending machines,
Yeah,
B?
but he has the grabber joints up the street,
How come this
right?
ain't in the vending machines, B?
He's
This
been
is-
bugging me. He's been bugging me.
Oh,
It's
okay.
my fault.
See,
my
I know
fault.
Sage
Shout
is
out
on
to
his
Sage.
game, man.
Yes.
Sage is, hey.
Sage been trying to get
Listen,
me.
man, you're supposed to come on the show, Sage. You're supposed to come on the
Oh,
show.
he the one with the vending machine.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Shouts out homie with the vending machine.
No,
man.
hold on,
I see
stop.
that.
Shout out Av Money. Shout out
Yes.
when we're talking about go hard artists in the city.
Mhm.
We're talking about like laying down a foundation, a blueprint.
Mhm.
The boy Black Sage has done that in
Yeah.
the city. Like he's very active, and especially in mentoring other artists, in just doing it right and showing other people the way.
Shout out to Billy the Kid, man.
Billy.
That's my guy.
Yeah.
Shouts out.
I mean,
Yeah.
we've been working a lot I'll say 10 years.
Yeah.
Me and him know each other.
Okay, yeah, Daru. That's why
That's
shout
my
out
guy
Daru.
too.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
seen him on CB24 the other day at the.
Yeah.
Came a long way, but.
Listen, man, we gotta like big up our black men for their achievements because you know what? If you listen to media and watch media, you would think that we the bottom of the barrel, but the fact is that we keep having resilience. There's always
There's a lot of good work.
shimmers of light with what we doing. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to black women, but we talking about us right now, and we talking about Tao
Picasso, what's up?
And tell us about your influences, your musical influences, and your entrepreneurship influences. What got you sparked?
The same people that influenced me on music is the same people that influenced me in business, which is like Pac, which is Dame Dash, and 50. Like I looked at their strategy book. I looked at how they structured things, like what Dame Dash did for Dipset. Like that right there, and you know, Dipset's like legendary, right?
He's
It's
like
like
the main.
Exactly. So when you look at Dame, I'm a big supporter of Dame Dash. Like anything that he does, I'm on it. 50, I'm on it. And speaking of 50, they need to put Power back on. I missed it yesterday.
I love the fact that 50 was able to cross over and just
Exactly.
realize music was one thing and then crossed over. So.
And he can still do, because he still helps a lot of up and coming artists too. And then Pac, his passion, like he never limited himself. So I never want to put myself in a box like, oh, you're a rapper. Yeah, I'm a rapper. I also own my own company. Also own my own clothing lines, plural. Own my own papers. I had my own energy drink before. I had like, when you talk about bossing up, not working for somebody, especially not working for the guy with the hairpiece.
Yeah.
I never did that. I like to work for myself ever since I was 18 years old. So I looked at those guys' strategy book and just followed that.
So obviously when Dame is on the Breakfast Club talking about you ain't a man if you ain't.
Okay, he's extreme at certain times because you can still be a man and be a worker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can still be a man and be a worker. It's all about what your income is. It's all about what you do after your money, because the money doesn't make the man. It's what you do and how you structure yourself as a whole. That's a man. But you're not a boss if you don't own your own company. A lot of people say they bosses. Like you can't. You're the manager of a company. You're not the boss.
Facts.
You manage the company. So you
Facts.
can't be
Facts.
treating
Facts.
workers
Facts.
like
you're boss.
bigger than them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just because you got a couple one more zero on top of your paycheck, that doesn't mean nothing. I'm talking about owning your own company. I'm talking about like you want something, you go out of it. If I want to make my own glasses tomorrow, I will do my research. I'll put my own bread up, and I will get it popping. I'll make sure that my shit's popping.
That's the next question, right? Because you said a key thing, research. Now, how does somebody who is not experienced in entrepreneurship, how do they say they have an idea? They got some like, you know what I mean? Rolling papers, glasses, whatever the idea is. How would you suggest that they went about putting their idea into turning their idea into a business?
First of all, research again, partnership. Because if you don't have the guidance, someone else has what you don't have. Like with Stay Fly Rolling Papers. My godbrother, he hates the cameras. He hates to be, like, even when we go out, he doesn't want to be the guy. You know what I'm saying? But put him behind the computer. Put him in front of talking to an exec. He's the guy. So I'll be the face. Okay, all right, cool. And so that's how we work together to branch it off. And he knows other people that can do the same thing, and I know other people that can do the same thing. Shout out to Brooklyn.
Where's Brooklyn?
From WWE.
Oh, Honey.
Yeah.
The Honey of Brooklyn?
Yeah.
You shouting out Honey?
You shout to her
Same
because
one that came up, the same one.
yeah,
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
Me and her had a conversation about it, and she came to me and she was bugging me for like 3 months. Not bugging me. She was on me for like 3 months. Like, Tail, I want to be an ambassador. Black Sage said the same thing. I want to be an ambassador. So it's like whoever you know, you interact with them, you put them on, and then the word keeps going out. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man.
There's a thing called in-house that we in Toronto like to say in-house. Now, some people have the misconception that in-house means you're on my team and I don't have to pay you. What are your thoughts about in-house as opposed to outsourcing and in terms of money circulation in your team and what in-house means?
I always see another thing about a boss. A boss makes sure that everyone eats. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if I have a shipment of say 1,000 boxes of these rolling papers, right? Sometimes, especially owning your own company, you're gonna lose. But make sure you lose in the right way. Make sure you know where you lost.
Don't be lost. Don't be lost.
There's no way you lost that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like if you're really rocking with me and I see that you're selling, I'll give you. It's gonna sound crazy, but this industry, the corporate business, everything is just like the streets. You want to put somebody on, you got to make sure that person knows how to get that work off. Yeah. So you give them the product. When you give them the product, they promote the product. They sell the product. They come back and they be like, "Yo, I want to get more papers." But you give them you don't say $80 a box. It's like, "Yo, I'll give you $40 a box."
Okay, room for them to eat.
They make their own money. They strategize it their own self, and then we all eat.
Just like you said, it relates back to the streets. It's the same thing. You give a little room, a little leverage for him to eat.
Do you know why? In my head, sorry to go off topic. You know why I think that the government doesn't like street work? It's because we follow the same routine that they follow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Supply and demand. Make sure that everyone's good. Mm-hmm. Make sure you have a good relationship with anyone that's bringing in income, and you keep it moving. You just generate people like that. That's how these big corporate companies move.
Same thing.
You know what I mean? When I put my papers in the stores, there's a bunch of other rolling papers. What makes me different? All right, my price makes it different. Ross is just giving you papers in a tray. I'm giving you papers, clothing lines, trays, grinders. I have my homie that does vapes. I incorporate him with it. So it's like you give them more than they can offer. You beat the competition automatically. You know what I'm saying? So that's the whole way of hustling. Like, you got to make sure that everyone eats. If I give you a pack of papers, I'm gonna make sure I'm not gonna say, "Yo, you bring down all the money, and then I'll give you 2 couple packs."
Yeah.
Nah, dude. Listen, sell it for 80, give me back 40.
Straight.
Easy money, right? You sell
Or
it back.
that room gives me the motivation because I'm making $40.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not if I'm only making $5, I'm like,
You're not gonna want to do that, right?
There's a lot of room, and I always tell people. I remember this was a key line someone told me. They said, "Hey," I asked someone, I was like, "Hey, how much should I sell this for?" And there was some glasses, and they're like, "All right, they go for $300 in the store. I'm gonna ask for like $280." And he says, "You shouldn't do that because he may found out that you got the glasses for free and may feel in the future, how could you have got them for free and charge me that much? I will never buy from you again." And he's like, "You never want to cut off a sale."
Yeah.
And he's like, sometimes people do that. Sometimes you just cut off a sale and that's it.
Yeah.
A man don't go back in your store again.
Won't go back again.
Won't go back in your store again. A man says, someone there offended me. I ain't going back in there. 10 years go by, he never spent none of his money in that store.
Yeah.
And a matter of fact, he's probably going to recommend to his friends, family, not to go in there.
And the strongest form of business I would say word of mouth.
They say, but through word of mouth, they say when it's something good, a person will tell maybe 3 people. When it's something bad, a person will tell 10, 20 people.
Yes,
Okay?
that's a fact.
So negative news travels further.
Yes.
Right? So yeah, man.
How's the lives going, Howard?
Live is good so far, no comments, but it got a
That's
lot
why
of people.
I'm just happy to know we on the live.
I told them to comment though.
I'm happy to know
Shout
we on
out,
the
shout
live.
out. If you guys have any questions for Tao Piccasso, let us know, hit us up.
Talk to me.
We're going to go into the artistry, into the music right now.
Let's talk about it.
Where'd you start? And what era are you from?
I'm an 80s baby.
You're the 80s baby.
I'm an 80s baby.
Okay.
I make sense when I rap.
Hey!
Sorry,
Welcome to the show, baby.
No, I don't
Finally
sing.
here.
I don't sing. I
That's
rap, like hip hop.
Okay.
Real hip hop.
Me and hip hop share the same birthday, August 11th.
Okay, so I want to talk to you about like the music and like Toronto, because like you lived in the States for a bit, but there's certain things in Toronto. There's certain moments. I just want to ask, where were you? What do you remember when at that time?
Sure.
Okay? All right. So the blackout, the big blackout.
I was in the street.
Where you was?
I was in 930 Queens Plate Drive, right in front of Woodbine Center.
Jeez!
And
This guy knows exactly where
smoking
he
a
was.
blunt right in front of Woodbine Center, and then I looked around and I was with some people, and then we got it popping. We took advantage of that night.
Yeah.
But that's my younger age.
Yeah,
We can talk about that.
As I would hope anyone an opportunity knocks.
We all got opportunities that night.
I'm a grown ass man right now. I'm looking you dead in your face saying, if I'm in Holt Redfield, you're here, and I'm like, shut up. I'm like,
It's going down.
I'm getting out this door. I don't know, but I'm leaving.
Right before they could shut that joint down.
I'm gone through the door.
Yeah, it was
Okay,
fun.
okay. Next time, Jane Kriba shooting on Young Street. You remember that?
Yeah, I was on tour with Canibus.
Okay.
With who?
No,
Wow.
with Canibus it was Canibus. It wasn't Freeway. I was on tour with Canibus, and then my mom. Every time a shooting goes on, my mom hits me up.
Yes.
And my mom goes, "Are you okay?" I'm like,
As
"Mom,
all
I'm in acting."
mothers do. As all mothers do.
I'm like, "Mom, I'm in acting right now."
What the leather factory was? So they used to say it's worth the drive to Acton.
Yep, yo. Shout out to acting.
Acton, Ontario.
They love hip hop. You know what I mean? And they love black guys too. But shout out to acting. Yeah, that's what I was. And then I came back and I'm hearing about the stories and I'm like, dang. Like Toronto. Okay, keep on. I'm gonna talk about that after.
All right. Okay. So the next thing is the Eaton Center shooting.
Oh well, when the one guy shot the two people
And shut up all kinds of
for
people at the Eaton Center.
retaliation.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I was speaking about this with my sister the other day, and she goes, because we're watching it, and he goes, they gave him time, but they didn't even look up at his time served. I'm like, if you shoot me, and I've anxiety already, right? I've been through some shit, so if you shoot me, I'm gonna have anxiety, and it's gonna mess with your mental, right?
Yeah.
And these guys knew each other, which I'm hearing the story. They knew each other. So it's like, you know me, you shoot me, I survive, I'm kind of skeptical.
Of course.
I see you, my antennas go up.
Yeah.
I would have fought you because walking around with a firearm is not legal, right?
Yeah.
He's been walking around with a firearm for 7 years now,
Yeah.
since he got shot. Right? So he shot the people, and he's shooting with his eyes closed.
That's it.
I'm an 80s baby. In the 90s, we never shot with our eyes closed. If I had a problem with you, it's you getting shot. If I had a problem with you getting shot. If that problem with me, I'm getting shot.
Yeah.
There's no innocent bystanders.
Getting hit.
No shootings at Dimitri's. There's no shootings in parks and with random kids just flying all over the place.
You hear about a man getting shot in the middle of the mall, one man.
And that's not-
And the gunman ran out the mall.
And that's not even gangster, because it's like, you go to jail now for shooting the dude plus like 2 other kids, and you go into jail where people that never seen their kids for years, they'll do anything to be out there to watch their kid grow. So it's on the politics alone, you're gonna have a bad time in jail just for not opening your eyes and knowing what you're doing. Not to say that violence is good,
No.
but not all non-violence speaking is bad.
Exactly.
Thank you.
And if you are engaging in it, you shouldn't be competent.
Exactly. And know that when I walk outside with this thing on my waist and I pull that trigger, I have to be prepared to do my time with a smile on my face.
Or just face the consequences, because guess what? It might not just be time is the consequence for you doing that. Now, maybe your family's in jeopardy.
Yeah.
Maybe people that you love are in jeopardy. Maybe you die, right?
Yeah.
So it's like there's so much more than just a lot of these kids. It's like they're looking at jail as the rites of passage,
Yeah, the glorified.
right? So like you can't survive in jail. You know what I'm saying? When it should be, you can't survive for 3 days in the wilderness with just a knife.
Facts. I don't
Right?
want to
Because that's manhood. That's manhood.
Yeah.
Jail is not manhood. You're being taken care of. You got 3 meals a day. You're like.
Only thing in jail that teaches you is to stay quiet, mind your own business. And if you say you're a fighter, if you say you're a street, you ain't a gangster until you go to jail and play that gangster shit in jail.
Yeah. A lot of niggas can't do it. A lot of
They
people
can't.
don't realize
I've
that's
seen it with
very
my own
different.
eyes.
That's very
Hold
different.
on. One thing I do notice about people who go to jail and come back, they are the most polite individuals.
Yeah.
You like respectfully, like before he went to jail, like, shut the fuck up. And then when he comes out, he's like, hey, nice to meet you.
Because
Thank you.
Some people, there's a small percentage of people that it rehabilitates. You know what I'm saying? Some people that is like they go there for a strike. You ever seen people that talk the most shit on road, then go to jail and come back out with one of their teeth missing?
Yeah.
That just shows you a definition of the guilt.
oh.
These guys or get a $1.50 on their face.
Always.
Or like,
or they're not the same person when they came
Not
out.
the same. Remember, somebody come out, don't even talk.
They talk.
He came out 3 years. They said the words.
They talk the most tough shit. They come back on road and be like, yeah, like we don't know the stories of what can happen in jail. We know these type of people. You know what I'm saying? And not everyone is real. Not everyone is authentic with this train. So it's like going back to the shoot now. It's like some people need to second guess before you do it. And if you second guess, third guess, fourth guess on it,
you're wrong.
And you said you wanted, you're adamant about, okay, you know what? He hit me, I'm gonna hit him back. All right, cool. But make sure you said if he hits you, you can hit him back. That little girl, that little boy, that innocent lady, that innocent man, those motherfuckers don't need to get hit.
But also, this is the whole thing too. Is like you're buying into something, but you're not committing to it. It's just like all these kids. I'm a youth worker, y'all, and I be running program, and I'm in a room with all these 13 to 17-year-olds,
and they're the shooters.
And I'll be asking, what do you want to be? I'm gonna go to the NBA. What do you want to do? NBA. You NFL. I'm gonna be a rapper. Okay, cool. Do you know anything about the NBA? Do you know who's the highest scorer? Like, are you prepared to play ball right now? Like these things, you're not practicing every day. You don't walk around with your ball. You remember in the 90s when we wanted to play ball,
everywhere you dress like you play ball. 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm looking outside, and I lived in a building, so I'm looking outside. They had community service, like a gym over there, and then they had like basketball hoops outside, and you see 3 o'clock in the morning in the rain. You see the pro, like Curran Carter and those guys really going hard and playing ball 3 o'clock in the morning, doing runs, doing scrimmages and all that shit.
I remember at that time, everybody wore ball shorts under their jeans.
Fact.
If you challenge anybody, they said what? And they got you can go to the back of the school where the smokers are.
Yeah.
You tell the smokers, you're shit.
What?
Come right now.
And they're ready to
and
go.
you're like,
No. First they're gonna start playing you with the pants on, and halfway through, it's like, yo,
everybody is serious. You can go and get the goth. You can get the goth, the Filipino youths.
Yeah.
That's chilling downstairs. They got their ball shorts.
They're ready.
Everybody could play ball at that time versus now. It's a little more.
Hey, you can't wear the ball shorts under the skinny jeans, my G.
No, you can't.
That's what got
Mess the game up.
We wore baggy pants so we could wear ball shorts under they.
Hold on, no, but we wore baggy pants so we could wear the ball shorts, and then the ball shorts was tight. You take the burner right there between the shots and the pants. That's why. So now skinny jeans is out. No man's wearing the thing.
That's why they got side bags.
Satchel.
That's why they got the purse.
I look at them and I always tell them, out of all 4 of you niggas, I want you to know. This nigga here with the side bag is the first nigga I'm grabbing.
Yo,
I know what you thinking.
Every time I see someone with a side bag, I'm curious to ask them what's in it.
Man,
listen, what do you got? What do you got? Makeup?
Right here. Your hand ain't coming out the bag. Your hand ain't coming out the bag.
I'll take your purse off.
You know that. You gotta be like tight security.
Yeah, I don't get it.
You with the side bag. See your homie beside you with no side bag, F him.
Yeah, I'm looking at the
see
side
you.
bag.
Because guess what? With the skinny tight clothes, you know where the skinny tight clothes started in the States, and now it's like for officers. I can be able to, I can tell if you have something on you if you're wearing skinny clothes, because mans like to keep it on them. But now, the side bag came, and now it's easy for a man to just want to search your side bag.
There's an artist that comes from Malton, and he has a record I like. He goes 5 years in the side bag.
Oh yeah, that was a big. And
I'm like, yo, that record's fire. But I started taking it. I'm like, they're glorifying the purse.
Yes.
Man purse. They call it like a merce.
Nah, a man is not supposed to wear
No,
purse.
Kevin Hart called it a merce. Kevin Hart called it a merce.
No.
And you see Kevin Hart's whole image. It's not of, the alpha male.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's like an echo.
I think for sure, man, that when they glorify the side bag in the song, it's the time we're in, man.
Yeah.
Went from baggy jeans to side bags, real fast.
I can't do it. I'm an 80s baby. I stay true to myself. I can't do it.
Good. Just because we're out of time, we want to get to the short film and your music, what you have, where we can get it, where we can find you at. So let's talk about the short film.
The short film is basically titled The Red Market. A lot of people have been giving me the flag for it because I was supposed to drop it last year. I'm like, nah. I'd like to cross my teeth out my eyes, as I said. So the short film is basically about choices. It's basically a summary about my life, right? I had opportunities to do this and do that and do this, but instead I chose certain paths, what led me into incarceration, what led me into not traveling when I wanted to, and that's another reason why I held the red market back. I'm like, why put out a product if I can't travel?
And promote it.
Exactly.
Actually get all the money.
Exactly. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna hold it down, but I'm gonna drop it like for Christmas and put that out. The soundtrack has me, my daughter, which is my artist on my label.
Amazing.
Her name's Lissa.
Amazing.
Bonds, which is my sister, and she's a superstar within herself. Add her up on Bonds That Girl on Instagram and everywhere else. And I have my artist links. I got a whole bunch of people on there. Young Blitz. I got producers on there. Yeah.
Dude, Young Blitz supposed to be up here next.
Yeah, Young Blitz. My God, that's family. When
Man, we gonna talk about that after, man.
Listen, Toronto, it's too small.
You gonna hurt my heart if you tell me Kirk.
Yo,
that's my
holy shit, man. I'm talking about grade 4.
I will show you baby pictures. I will show you children pictures.
Hold on, guys.
Off camera.
No, seriously. This happens every show.
Yeah.
Toronto is too small, especially for me and Spandy. Okay? We get around. So, say the connections are connected to the connections. So all those of you who are watching, you see us every week. Contact us. PM me on Facebook and DM him on Instagram. And let's get it popping. Let's get this a little bit more fluid. We want our artists up here. We want our community people up here. Because we all know each other.
Know what they doing.
Black Sage.
When they doing big stuff.
You next, man.
Sage is dope. West Side. Shout out to Sage.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, so
I have a question to ask you.
Hurry up.
How important is it for you to have your family and your business together?
My company is named Familiar.
Yes.
B.Familiar to be exact. Boss Family Making Money. So as Blitz even told you, we grew up with our sister Crystal that owns Sokofa on Dufferin and Eglinton. The seafood shop.
Sankofa?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
where we were, right?
Yeah, that's where we were.
Beautiful.
We're too connected.
Behold.
Sankofa, big name.
That's my big sister.
restaurant.
So me and Blitz grew up like that. So we always grew up rapping with each other. Crystal singing, Sadie and Bonds, they singing, they rapping. So it's like, and then you get out of that, and D Brown was a rapper, we interact like that. Like Sage was my guy, we went on tour and did a bunch of shows together. You know what I'm saying? So like, when you're around certain people, and they could even be your biological family or not biological, but we ran like family. You know what I mean? We did a lot, and we still here killing them.
I would say that's what makes you family.
Yeah, that's what makes you around. And it's always important because you have more hands-on with them. You see them all the time. Even when it's not music, you get to interact with them. You know their story better than they know it sometimes.
So would you say that saying money and blood don't mix? Would you say that?
I don't know about that. It sounds good in a song.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think money and blood don't mix when it comes to the 10 crack commandments.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
But when you're talking about legitimate business.
Like, look, Miley Cyrus and her dad. You can't tell me they don't work.
Right?
You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that...
The Kardashians.
The
mom and, you know...
That's a family business.
I don't want to...
No? Okay.
No.
Wrong example.
Wrong.
Okay.
But I'm saying, like, there's a lot of people in the industry that are related.
LeVar Ball and his
I
dad.
don't used to be there.
We're looking for some good ones.
You're looking for ones you agree with, but family business is family business.
Family business,
they are working
and
together.
it's the best way to do it. It's the best way to do it. Like, for instance, if I say I want to quit music any day, I have the option to go work for Blitz. I have the option to go work for Sadie Bonds. I have the options to go keep it in the family. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what we did. Even State Fly Rolling Papers. This is a family business. You know what I mean? Me and my god brother, we grew up and said, we want to open. We don't want to work for nobody. So let's just do it. Last time I worked for somebody, I was 18 years old.
Yo, we're gonna test these out right after the show.
Please do.
So where can they find you? Your social media?
Social media,
your music?
everything's Tao Piccasso. TAOPICCA. Hit me on YouTube. Hit me on SoundCloud. Hit me on Instagram. I got a hit record called Survive. It's on iTunes right now. I'm about to drop Where You From next month. Then I'm dropping the trailer, then I'm dropping the movie, and then I'm gonna kill everybody for next year with singles every month and videos.
Alright, so it seems like you were
like a plan, like
Stop. No, this is how you're supposed to do it.
Yeah, this is what it's supposed
Okay?
to
You need a plan.
Everyone asks me, and